Hello, I'm Julina Lonchong Sumailo. In this video, I'm going to show you a very simple Arduino project. We are going to get 3 different LEDs to turn on and turn off in a simple sequence like we can see here. The hardware components are Arduino Uno, a breadboard, preferably with a positive and negative rail just like this one, a jumper wires, USB cable for Arduino Uno, 3 LEDs with different colors. Here we have red, yellow, and green, and 3 1-ohm resistors. We are using 1-ohm resistors because they work the best with the LEDs we have. And for our software component, we have Arduino software application. So let's begin to set up our hardware. The first step is to establish a common ground. To do this, we need to use a jumper wire to connect the ground pin on the Arduino to the negative rail on the breadboard. This allows all LEDs to use the ground pin on the Arduino. Now, let's insert the resistors into the breadboard. We have to space the resistors out with one leg connected to negative rail. So after placing all of the resistors, it's time to insert the LEDs. Before inserting the LEDs, it's important to note that the longer of the 2 leads on the most through-hole LEDs is the positive lead. Connecting it with the wrong way will cause the circuit to not work. So let's connect the negative lead of the LED to the horizontal rail on which the resistor is connected and connect the positive lead to an adjacent rail. And repeat this process for all the LEDs. Now, it's time to complete the circuit. We're going to use the output ports 13, 12, and 11 for the output signal. By using a jumper wire, connect the positive lead of the LED on the right to pin 13, the LED on the center to 12, and the LED on the left to pin 11. The circuit is now complete. Power on the Arduino board by connecting it to your computer using USB cable. The next step is to make our code for our Arduino. First, let's create our variables LED1, LED2, and LED3. This allows us to change the output pins without having to modify the entire program. Then, let's make the setup part of the program. This tells the Arduino that pins 13, 12, and 11 will be the outputs. And of course, our loop portion. This is where the actual instructions of the program live. So these three digital write functions turn on one LED at a time with a 200 millisecond delay between each of them turning on. The next three digital write functions turn off the LEDs with a 300 millisecond delay between each LED. Now, we're ready to upload the program to the board. Let's click the Tools tab of the Arduino window and make sure the Arduino Uno is selected as the board, and make sure you select the COM port where your board is connected. In my case, I will choose COM port 5 because this is where my board is connected. Now, let's click on the Upload button to upload the program to the Arduino Uno. Our board is now running our program. Our LEDs are now turning on and off like we can see here.